real?
Sounds real.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Jack.
And on today's show, we have special guests, Saybien
Rob.
and Robb Carloss, correct?
Yes, sir.
Robb Carloss.
Robb Carloss in the house. That's right. And I'll be
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, so it's my show today, guys.
So, bye.
Special segment.
All right. So, thank you guys for coming to my,
Thank you.
my humble abode. And it's been a long time. You know, we've been trying to get this going for a while. And yeah, we're here today. So, introduce yourselves again. So,
I'm Saybien from El Paso, Texas.
And I'm Robb Carloss, 915.
cool deal. So, talk a little bit about what you guys are doing as far as your music. What do you guys are? Are you
Well, I guess I would classify myself as more of a rapper.
okay?
So I focus mainly on lyrics, and yeah, I would say that.
Yeah. I would classify myself as like a rapper / songwriter. I'm trying to get better at like the songwriting process more. And so like if I can lay down a verse, that'd be cool. But I'm trying to just like get better at like structuring songs.
Cool. All right. And do you guys? What type of like rap are you guys? Is it like explain the type of music that you guys doing or topics that you guys dwell into?
What would you say? I would say it's like more. I'm trying to get more like a boom bap sound, but like more modern.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to focus on like bars and beats, like not trying to do any of that extra stuff. But I'm also trying to do like in an uplifting way. You feel me? Like what would you say?
Yeah, I would just say like most importantly, it's just getting like mainly a positive message. I would say most of the time, but it's just in my own light. You know, I try and just take it in my own way, how I see it. Like when the beat comes, I'll try and just write whatever I feel, obviously, but I'll take it to like a new extent that I feel like most wouldn't, and that's what like I think defines my music is different than most, you know.
And where do you get your inspiration from? Because I know that like that one song that I told you about that we actually reviewed on our channel. It was a very personal song.
Hard Out Black? Oh no, Drop Out.
Yeah, it was a very personal song, and it was very heartfelt.
Mm.
And I know, you know, kind of behind the scenes that was going on at the time. So, does your inspiration come a lot from your own living experiences, or is it coming from stuff that you're kind of? What's that word I'm looking for, Jason? That when you write something, but it's not really coming from your own personal experience, but there's a word for it anyway. But anyway,
I get you. Like a from a different perspective.
Yeah, different perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I try and say like I don't do no like Stan Eminem stuff where I have to like go into like a different character to write the song. I think it's always just 100% like me, really.
Okay.
Maybe exaggerate in some sense, but I mean, end of the day, it's always gonna be like coming from my experience.
And Rob?
Let's see. Oh, the question was inspirations, right?
Yeah, inspirations.
Yeah, it's just trying to be like, what's like my main goal at the end, and then why am I actually doing this? Like that's what inspires me to like move forward. I'm trying to be, you know, the best. So I gotta be acting like I'm the best now, you know. So I'm like rapping like I'm the best. I'm like trying to like write like I'm the best, and so my inspo would just be like, who I consider the best. Like right now, there's a few rappers that I like hold to a high standard, and it's like I'm aiming for that.
Well, like who?
Currently, top of my head, there's like one rapper from Detroit, Boldy James. He's like top of the line rapper.
Yeah.
Really, and then just like a whole like the underground movement with like Griselda and stuff, or even just like people you wouldn't naturally think are like rappers. Like you know, there's people like Concrete, where we consider like, you know, really underrated. Just because it sounds different doesn't mean that they're not rapping at a high level. Like we want just like to like subvert any expectations.
What was your introduction to rap? I mean, why did you choose
Hmm.
rap and not alternative music or heavy metal? Because Jason and I are big heavy metal. You know,
That's
we
true. Yeah,
grew up
everyone
in
has
that.
their own like.
What drew you guys into that style of music?
The first like rapper I was really tuning into, I would say, is probably like Lil Wayne.
Really?
Yeah,
Carter 3.
yeah, like Carter 3, Carter 4, because that was what my cousin was playing around that time, my older cousin, and like yeah, it was. I mean, I'd never understood what he was actually saying because it's like obviously I was just a kid. Like it went over my head and stuff. But just like the ambition and passion that came behind it, it's like I know he's doing it for
There's a
real.
deeper story behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
For sure.
Was it the beat though? Was it the music that like I was like, oh man, this
No, it was the way he was rapping, like
the
because
words or just
just like his flow, because no
Oh,
one else was
gotcha.
like rapping like Lil Wayne was at that time.
Mhm.
You could try and like copy Lil Wayne, but it would just sound like you're copying Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Like it was just so original, and I was just like, dang, like if like who else, like if people are trying to like raise to that standard, like maybe I can push the bar up that high too.
Mhm.
If I'm just like pushing it like the way Lil Wayne does. He was like probably the first, yeah, that I really liked.
Cool. Saybien?
Man, like first that I really really enjoy listening to. Hmm. There's like a wide variety, I would say, but one that stands out for sure is Eminem. That was like the first CD I got like from my mom,
Which one was that one?
like the Real Slim Shady LP, like the
Mhm.
first CD he dropped. But I mean, there's like there's like it branches off. It doesn't just stop there. There's like so many. But at the time, like I think that's what really got me into rap. You know, I think the message for sure. I mean, like at that time, it was Lil Wayne as well. It was Jay-Z at the time as well. It was a bunch of heavy artists that were really impacting the culture. But I think Eminem was just doing it in a way where he wasn't afraid to be seen in a different light, in any light. Like he was like I'll accept it and I'll turn it into a way where you guys are gonna learn and accept it as well. It was weird. I think that was just like the turning point in my head. That was like, wow, like I think only rap can do that for me.
Okay. And as far as like your styles, what differentiates you guys from like all the other rappers here locally or maybe even national?
Wow.
That's a thinker.
You guys weren't expecting hard questions on 420.
Nah, man, I was expecting like, what are you
Yeah.
smoking on today? Nah. um, let's see. Well, I always feel like when it comes to rapping nowadays, people feel it's okay to phone it in. Like if you got a semi flow or like you got one good bar, you're good for the whole song.
Mhm.
So what differentiates, especially us, I consider like us the top rappers in El Paso right now.
Oh, beef.
Not even, not even. It's just like
I'm just kidding.
I don't think anyone's actually claiming that
Yeah.
except us right now. Um, because like we just like work hard on every single aspect. I think like I put a lot of thought into what I'm saying and why I'm saying it,
Mhm.
the way I'm saying it, and I don't want to be just mediocre. Like I think there's a lot of mediocre, and I think that's being accepted nowadays.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be seen as that. I want to be seen as like someone who puts in the work.
Yeah, I would say like ultimately, yeah, it's the message for sure. Like,
Lyrically, lyrics.
I would say so.
Yeah.
I think that's ultimately end of the day. That's what gets like the people going.
Cool. And as far as who writes the beats, do you want to give shout outs to or do you guys write the beats, or do you guys do the samples? Or
Right, the beats. I mean, we have like friends who like produce here and there, but I mean, mainly like 90% of the time, it's just finding beats online. Like
okay, and
that's
then
just
just
all it consists
manipulate them
of.
and stuff
Just
like that.
finding different beats. Yeah, trying to see what works, messing
Cool.
with things here and there. because it really allows you to like just in your own sense slip into your own zone. Like you have you know, beats that range from like 180 BPM to like, and then you got like 60 BPM, you know. But like with the producer, it's kind of harder to get that like one-on-one message across when it's easier just to type it in sometimes. So I think that's mainly why I just look at beats. I mean, if like I had a producer that sent me like a whole bunch of beats, like 100 beats, I feel like I would probably pick like out of 10 out of those 100.
And plans for the future? What are you guys doing? What are you guys working on right now?
Just always working on new music daily, you know, just trying to find out
And
what
releasing
works,
anything?
what doesn't. Haven't seen any luck on shows. I mean, I would like to get some traction on that. That'd be fun.
Are you guys willing to put on a show?
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perform? I know that we had something planned, but unfortunately we kind of lost our contact. But we still want to kind of put something together. Are you guys willing to perform with other artists?
No, yeah, we're always ready. Yeah, I'm always ready to step up to the plate. I got weekends off, so it'd be ideal on the weekends. I do want to shout out producers that we work with. Shout out Diego Mudloff and shout out Zuvi. Those are two local producers that we do work with.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you guys to shout out. We're gonna give out some shout outs. But yeah, so hopefully we could put on something together and with some other local artists, and that's something that we've been talking about, and we do know some other local artists that are wanting to put some stuff together. But fun, yeah, so yeah, hopefully in like what, maybe in the next, maybe in summer probably. You know, just don't be too picky for the
Summer show,
summer
show.
Okay, so yeah, we could maybe put something
Yeah,
together.
I feel like anytime like there's a place to actually do it, we'll get it done. You know.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Performed everywhere.
Any final?
I've performed like in a bookstore, like
Oh yeah.
underground. Yeah, like
Final
it's
thoughts.
Any final thoughts?
so. Protect Kanye at all costs.
Nice.
Thanks for having us. It was really cool.
Well, no, thank you guys. Thank you guys for taking some time out of your day on 420, and I already know we're all under a little bit of we're celebrating today. Yeah.
Social media platforms.
Oh, social media platforms.
I am Rob Carlos on all platforms. ROBBCRLOSS. Rob Carlos. SoundCloud is where you'll find all my music.
Yeah, and I have everything, half of everything on SoundCloud, but everything officially is on all streaming platforms. So just look up Saybien and you'll find me.
Cool deal. All right. Shout out to Rob Carlos and Saybien. Thank you guys for coming to Sounds Real.
Thank you.
Make sure to
Follow, subscribe.
Subscribe. Hit that like button. Comment below.
There you go.
There you go.
You already know. You already know how we do it.
Jack's been replaced.
Yeah. Sounds real?
Sounds real?
Sounds real.
We're out.